Complex projects rarely fail because someone got the schedule wrong. They fail because the governance around them could not keep pace with what the project was becoming. The reporting was accurate, the forums met, the risk register was current, and the thing still went sideways because every system in place was designed to confirm what had already happened rather than detect what was starting to. This is the INMAA Integrated Advisory Framework, and it exists to help organizations close that gap. Every complex project carries forces that pull against each other: speed against assurance, autonomy against control, innovation against standardization. These are not defects in the project. They are what a complex project is. Conventional governance treats them as arguments to be settled, and that instinct is precisely the problem. Because the moment you resolve a tension, you stop being able to read it. INMAA treats tension as instrumentation. When a tension shifts, it is telling you something about the project well before any indicator moves. Read it early and you have options. Read it late and it is no longer a signal, it is an incident. To help organizations achieve this, INMAA built a framework designed to advance the practice of complex project governance. 5 core nodes sit around a single center. 3 enablers wrap the outside. The nodes are not stages you pass through and tick off. They are 5 lenses working at once, and everything they surface resolves into the same place. In the next few slides, we'll briefly explain each of these elements. Sitting in the center of the framework is our purpose: a tension-informed decision-making mechanism. Complexity framing, tensions, indicators, integration, capability, none of it is an end in itself. All of it exists to make one thing possible: a decision taken while the tension is still visible, rather than after it has been smoothed out of the paper going to the board. That changes the question being asked in the room, not "Are we on track?" a question that can only ever be answered about the past. But what is this project becoming, and are we still governing the right thing? The first node establishes the complexity profile of the project: structural, socio-political, emergent. This is diagnostic work, and it determines which tensions will emerge and where. Skip it, and you will design governance with real rigor for a project that does not exist. The second node identifies the tensions themselves, the persistent, paradoxical forces the project carries for its entire life. This is where INMAA departs from convention most sharply. These are not risks. A risk has a mitigation and a closeout date. A tension has neither, and treating one as the other is how organizations convince themselves a problem is solved while it continues operating underneath them. Tensions are conditions to be governed, and the way they move is the earliest warning available that the project is changing. The third node makes tension observable. A tension nobody can see is a theory, and theories do not survive a steering committee. Give it a measure and a cadence, and it becomes something an organization can be held accountable for. The fourth node puts that signal where decisions are genuinely made, inside the boards, forums, and assurance mechanisms already running. We are deliberate about this because the alternative is a familiar failure. Build a parallel governance layer, and you produce excellent analysis that arrives in a room where nothing gets decided. If the signal does not reach the table, it changes nothing at all. The fifth node asks the question most frameworks avoid: can this organization actually act on what it is about to see? Because a signal nobody can respond to is not an early warning. It is a record of a missed opportunity, written in advance. The shortfall is almost always one of 3 things. Authority: whoever sees it first has no mandate to move. Cadence: the forum meets monthly regardless of how quickly the opportunity is decaying. Or literacy: tension gets read as interpersonal friction and managed away, which removes the signal and leaves the cause entirely intact. 3 activities hold the framework up: research, publications, and evidence. The framework is grounded in doctoral research into the governance of complex projects, which means it can be interrogated rather than merely asserted. Training, education, and certification: capability built directly into the client organization, and the intent here is deliberate. Clients should need INMAA less over time, not more. And AI-enabled support, doing the sense-making at a scale people cannot sustain by hand, surfacing weak signals continuously instead of waiting for the next scheduled review to notice them. So, what does this look like in practice? Engagements start where the need is sharpest. A complexity assessment, a governance review, a capability build, and the rest of the framework follows only if it earns its place. Nobody benefits from a framework imposed wholesale. We are committed to helping organizations navigate the challenges of complex projects, and we look forward to working with you. Want to know more? Visit our website or get in contact with one of our specialists.